gives people with disability or their family, friends or support groups the opportunity to come along and to try out equipment and compare one product with another to see what best suits them. And the exhibition is run by Richard Ryder, director of the exhibition. How long has it been on the go and how big is it now?
The exhibition now in its 6th year. It gets bigger every year. This is our first year in the main hall in the RDS. Up until recently it's changed from City West to move out to here now. This is its new home.
So you're growing and growing?
Growing and growing.
People who need this kind of equipment, what will they find here, as a for instance?
Okay, well, I suppose the best way of describing it is it's to come here on the Friday or Saturday and find the biggest range of equipment that's out there on the market today. It's a good way of touch, feel, see, the product rather than looking in a brochure or a catalogue. Everything would range from car conversion companies, wheelchairs, scooters, ramps, lifts, hoists, specially adapted cots, beds, the whole full array of equipment is here.
And is this a sector where people are constantly coming up with new ideas, new inventions?
Yeah, absolutely. As if technology changes every year, there's new products and services out there for people with disabilities. For example, it's now possible to drive from a car. You can actually drive your wheelchair up into the car position and drive off. So it's very difficult now for somebody not to be able to get out and do what they want to do and stay mobile. And that's what it's all about, really, coming to a show like this, to be able to find out the products that will keep you mobile.
Isn't that a pretty cool device? It's a height adjustable kitchen unit, and it's just one of the products that Richard has been showing us that would make life so much easier for people with disability if they could have them in their homes. Richard, before you show us other wonderful devices, tell us about the challenges that people with disability face in an ordinary house.
Okay, well, one of them will be a kitchen as we have here. It's too high. This one goes down. You have your lights are too high on the wall. The switches obviously too high for people. These are things people don't think about. In a normal home, you just go around and you switch on your light. Going up the stairs is another one. Doors are always too narrow. Steps up into the front of a house. These are things that people in every day
take for granted.
You never even think about it. You just go about your business.
So would it be, is it a very, very daunting task if somebody decides to adapt their house for easier living?
Yeah, if somebody, for example, is in an accident or finds themselves, with a disability, I suppose the first place they'd go probably would be the Irish Wheelchair Association. That seems to be where everybody goes. And then they would with their network of people, say, well, this is what you do, go here, go here, go here. They're excellent that way. And there's also a publication called the Access Directory, which is like an A to Z. It's like a telephone directory of products and services for people with disabilities.
So tell us about some of the other products now, Richard. I can see the way things would work in the bathroom. I was fascinated by the bedroom, though. Talk about the bed.
The bed we have that you've seen there, Mary, is height adjustable, so high-low. It also, the back comes up so you can sit up in the bed. Your feet come up, and they're independent, so it's a double bed.
And the thinking behind the fact that this goes up and down?
Yeah. Okay, well, basically what it is, I suppose, you can see it yourself, it's down at a level now where a wheelchair user could use it. And then if you want, it will come back up to the height of a regular kitchen.
Also, you can share.
Exactly, yeah. So somebody, like an able-bodied person in the house can use it and the wheelchair user can use it. In fact, we can go over now and speak to Rosemary, one of the ladies that were in the house, and she can show you around it.
Well, Rosemary, you've had a chance to have a look around the house. Were you impressed?
Very. I'm actually moving into an apartment myself, so it's very interesting, some of the ideas here. It makes life so much easier.
What did you think of the bathroom?
Bathroom is excellent. The grab rails are very good quality and they're sort of knobbled, so that even if you don't have a good grip, you can put your hand around and use your wrist to pull yourself whichever way you need to go. The shower is excellent. The shower chair, I wish the hotels would come and look at them.
We're here in the sitting room.
Yeah.
And it's very comfortable.
It is, certainly.
I'm here in this chair, which I imagine is, one of these ones that the legs will go out and do all sorts of things. What's about this?
This is for a wheelchair. Your legs don't move. Move them. Then the butt becomes very wasted and the legs become very thin. With this machine, you can strap your feet into the foot plates and it will move your legs for you, therefore increasing the blood circulation.
And you can kind of test yourself here by setting yourself targets and things. And I presume that would be very important for you because you're an athlete.
Yes, you can use this with the shoulders, and that will help keep the movement in the shoulders.
You'll be throwing the discus and the javelin even further, Rosemary.
I would hope so, yeah. I mean, build up the speed on this and God knows where it'll land.
Yeah.
Certainly I hope it lands as far enough to get me to Beijing.
Now, it was 10 years ago that baby Joanna Reardon made headlines, but not unfortunately for the happiest of reasons. She was born without any limbs. It's a condition known as total amelia, and naturally that presented huge challenges to her, both personally and of course medically. But she cheerfully overcame the many obstacles, and now she's heading into the world of secondary school and of course her teenage years.
When Joanne O'Riordan was born, her parents wondered what lay ahead for her. With no limbs from birth, she could do very few of the things we all take for granted. So they wondered, could she ever lead any sort of normal life?
I don't know how you describe her. Just a little angel just there and she's only just waiting to be able to fly again. You know, I mean, she's mad for movement. I mean, Joanne will think walk and she'll think crawl even though she can't do it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with her up here or anything. She's got to think all these things. And what is important is that whatever way the doctors would seem that she should go as regards limbs, it is important that it is done now, while she had the mentality of knowing that she's supposed to do it. See, if it goes too late, 2 or 3 years or 4 years down the road, she'd have lost the sense of wanting them. You see, so that's why these first 3 years are fierce importance to Joanne.
Well, Joanne is 12 now, finishing the simple days of primary school and heading for the complexities of her local community school. In her case, however, there were difficulties matching prosthetic limbs to her slight frame. So it's high-spec technology in her wheelchair and computer that allows her to take part in most activities. And who would have believed that this would ever have been possible?
She's been an inspiration to each and every one of us. We were worried about being able to provide Joanne with the education she needed. She's educated all of us. She's educated her friends and everyone who's met her in caring, sharing. But above anything else, she has taught us that life is so precious. Every day is an adventure for Joanne, and she's taught us all to be part of that adventure. Every day she embraces with enthusiasm. There's never a problem for Joanne. There may be a few challenges, but she takes them on, she grasps them, and she comes out the other end smiling and full of joy. And we have all learned that life is so precious and to be enjoyed.
Joanne's special needs assistant has been by her side in school for 9 years now, and it's a special and vital relationship.
Always positive, doesn't see the dark side of life at all. Everything is positive and a pure joker. She knows what makes me tick, and she'd play on it. But she's unbelievable, and I have her since she was 3.5. And from the day that I got her, she's the same Joanne, happy, never down a day. I always say to her mother, "'Tis Joanne is looking after me, not I look after Joanne." And she keep you young. And that's basically, she's happy, very independent young lady altogether. She always said to me, "Eileen, look on the bright side. If I give you out over something," she said, "Eileen, look on the bright side." She's never down, ever.
For most children, the change of schools is a big move. For Joanne, it holds special challenges, but it's not without its compensations.
Yeah, and we think the boys are better crack than girls. Because, like, the boys, like, know how to have a great time, but the girls' idea for fun is really makeup and slumber parties. You know.
So what's your idea of fun?
I don't know, like, doing stupid things. Kind of, like, I don't know, playing soccer or football or something. I'm kind of more into sports. With a ball. Yeah.